So, one bit of feedback from our viewers on YouTube is they don't feel like they're at the fair quite enough. They want us to take them somewhere.
Okay.
But going alone is boring.
Okay.
So I actually picked up this rakish gentleman who you might know as Kristian Haagen.
True.
Hello, Kristian.
Hello, Andrew. How are you doing?
Good. You have no idea what we're about to do you?
Nothing.
Excellent.
No.
Well,
No
Marcus,
idea.
if you spin around, because before we go in, I want to show people where we're going.
Okay.
Because what happens at watch fairs is you run into your friends.
True.
And you run into you.
You too.
And you walk into these booths, and we're going to walk into TAG Heuer.
All right.
Yeah, see, now it's taking shape.
All right.
Getting the picture. And we're going to explore the new novelties from 2022.
True that.
One by one.
Okay.
So I think we should start with what we come to first, which is the real hero piece of the fair,
Yeah.
which is the plasma. This it is.
This is the new avant-garde of TAG Heuer.
Yes, it's back in the name.
It's a brand. It's a crazy piece because it has this odd diamond set middle case, which is lab-grown diamonds.
Can I say, look at this guy go, just
Sorry about
hits the
that.
ground running.
Yeah. Well, no. This is crazy. I don't know exactly what to think about it because we've seen tourbillon already.
Yes.
We've seen that already. Pretty good price, by the way, with the HT or whatever it's called. But when
Yes,
you
that
do
was
a
the
middle
first.
case
That was
like
the
that,
first TAG Heuer tourbillon that came back because there was this complicated aspect of TAG Heuer. There was the high complications, and then they somewhat disappeared.
Yeah.
Then they came back with the CNC tourbillon, and now this is an upgraded tourbillon in a very different sort of context.
True that. And if you look at it, I know you're probably going to do some clips afterwards, but the diamond setting is weird because you have the faceted diamond setting. This is nothing we've seen before, as well as the winding crown.
Yep.
The winding crown is one big diamond.
It's 2 carats. So, as you said before, Kristian, this is lab-grown diamonds, which means that, for example, that dial is not diamond dust. It is a solid diamond that is grown in about that much thickness and in that shape, and then from there they cut out the subdials. It's quite wild. And as you said, the diamonds are set in the case. It's an anodized aluminium case in black. And the reason they went with black is because it was the best contrast you could get with those crazy diamonds. Okay.
Okay.
Where should we go, Kristian? Should we go over here?
You want to do the Carreras?
Yes, let's do this one.
All right, yeah.
See, again, this is what
collaboration
it's
with
like inside.
Porsche.
It's hectic inside. This is where it started.
Yeah. The seat belts, the stitching, you know, from your own Porsche at home as well. Of course, everybody who reads Time+Tide, you know, and watch the videos
Wrong
with this
channel,
beautiful
Kristian.
man. Porsche.
Yes.
I mean, TAG Heuer and Porsche, it's all about fast cars, it's all about strength, it's all about the avant-garde with a fast speed.
Yes.
So that's why the indices of the watch is like speedometer in a Porsche.
The original version had red highlights with an asphalt dial. Now we have a 44mm case, same size. We have a gloss black dial and we have yellow highlights.
Yeah.
So it's, again, quite racy.
True.
Again, for someone that, and Porsche was very much a Frédéric Arnault development. The fact that he went back and brought Porsche back into that collaboration was a big win for him, and they're doubling down with the second edition. Let's go diving to another part of the room, and we're about to cut through a big crowd.
Big crowd today.
Yes.
It's busy here today, huh?
Hello, Tiziana. You just made it to a time.
It wasn't all that
video.
busy yesterday. All right.
It is busy today.
Colorful divers.
I know. But again, this is the vibe in here. This is what we do for 6 days. It's this hectic. And this is going to be impossible for Marcus to shoot, but this is what we have.
Okay.
Oh, can I start with this one?
Le Chouperet.
Le Solographe.
Well, the Chouperet developed the solar-powered movement.
Yes, they did. Le Chouperet. So they've taken technology from the Citizen Eco Drive
Exactly.
and done a Swiss version of it. So we have a transparent dial, which is in that corrugated Aquaracer pattern. And it's also, underneath that, we have a solar accumulator, which in 2 days garners enough energy from artificial or natural light for 6 months of operation.
6 months.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you want? I could just keep going. Do you want me to keep going?
No, well, I
keep going.
I like the turning bezel because it's forged carbon, but you actually have luminous material inside the forged carbon turning bezel. See, it may take, and you go like, oh, it's a quartz movement. No, it's a solar-powered movement. This is the future of a lot of brands, not only Cartier and not only TAG Heuer. We're going to see a lot more of this technology within the next few years.
Well, I've got a couple of last facts here. This is a 40mm Aquaracer, so a lot smaller than the 43 and the 45, which are the other sizes we're about to see. And also just some really bold colorways there in that sort of blue second-hand.
That blue second-hand is quite charming.
Isn't it? It's a
Can we call it a Tiffany blue?
Ooh. I'll tell you what, this one feels really good on the wrist. Feels light. It
does. It's light, it's wonderful, it's black, which makes it, blend into. It feels like a 38mm watch, actually.
It's really, really wearable. I love this one. Oh, sorry.
Strap is perfect.
Strap is perfect. One important fact. Yeah. They're only making 250 in the first year.
True.
So at a price of, what is it, I think 3,000 Swiss francs and 4,700 Aussie, not a high price point, that is going to fly. And I've said that repeatedly. It's very true.
But that again, when they say 250 pieces, again, it proves that the technology of a solar-powered movement is quite complicated.
Yes, they couldn't do more. What do we got here, Kristian?
Well, that's a super diver. That is, if you ask my good friend Guy Beauvais, who works for TAG Heuer,
I love Guy
he's a
Beauvais.
talented guy. Yeah. He asked me, Kristian, how can I get that Daytona off your wrist and you could wear the super diver instead?
Yeah.
Then we went wrestling outside in the Chute de Fonds. It was nice. Everything smells a bit like cow poo, right?
It does, it really does.
It does. But the wonderful people at TAG Heuer, they're busy. They have good brains working with their watches. The Super Diver is an impressive watch.
Yep.
Why is that, Drew?
Because it brings back TAG Heuer's actual legitimacy in the deep.
Yep.
So in the 80s, there were some amazing TAG Heuer dive watches.
True that.
And it's been a long gap since we've had a legitimate technical professional dive watch.
Yep.
That's ISO 64 certified.
True.
This watch does it all. 1,000 meters depth rating.
Yeah.
A helium escape valve on the side. That's a really unique construction marker. So if you want to get in on that, there's a little rectangular helium release valve. I've never seen one quite like this on the side. We also have, what do you think of this bezel?
The
I
orange
love this bezel.
bits are just cool. I know Dutch people are going to love that because, the royal family and stuff like that. But still, it's a weird shaped bezel.
It is.
It looks like other brands we know.
A dodecagonal, I think is the name of it.
My English is not my first language, so I have no idea how to say that. Except it looks really, really good. It's good on the wrist as well.
Yeah.
And of course, it has micro adjustment within the clasp, which is very nicely constructed.
Some key specs for you: 45 millimeters, so it is bigger by far than the 43 millimeter standard 300, and also it's gone from a height of 12.2 millimeters on the standard Aquaracer to 14.9. So it is much thicker on the wrist. However, Guy Beauvais says to me, please don't ask me about lug to lug. It's all about the camber of the lugs and how that drapes onto the wrist. He thinks this is a sensationally comfortable watch on the wrist.
He does. Yep. He does, actually. And Guy Beauvais knows.
Where's the orange Aquaracer? We're going to go looking.
We're looking
this
for
is a
that
fun game. We can speed this footage up like a Benny Hill movie. Just look at this.
What's the cameraman? Marcus, this way. Look at that.
How photogenic is that?
Tad smaller. Yeah. Tad smaller than a 1,000 meter super diver.
Yes, 2 millimeters. And it's like 2 millimeters difference in diameter and 2 millimeters difference in height. So really much more sort of reasonable on the wrist. Obviously, it goes 700 meters less deep. Yeah. But this is just all about the dial. Not much else is different from the relaunch of the Aquaracer last year. It's all about the orange.
But I think if you go back to the night diver, those luminous dials, the bright orange, this is crazy. Somebody told me once that the orange dial on a diver is good because of the contrast.
Yes.
See, I don't dive much deeper than a dishwash, but I have no idea if that's true. But nonetheless, it looks great. The contrast between the black bezel, which is ceramic, is it polished ceramic?
It is.
I think it is.
It's a nice gloss ceramic.
And that textured orange. This is a looker, not only a great diver, this is a looker from TAG Heuer. Watch is a wonder 2022. Wow.
One last thing. Kristian, what's another thing we like to do in these booths?
Yeah?
Here's a clue.
Oh, the bar.
Hi, Van.
Oh, the bar.
There's a bar that is open all the time. So
and his Frederick.
The fact that we're not drunk all the time is extraordinary. Hi, Frederick. We're filming. How are you?
We're filming. Congratulations on everything.
The people you run into in the TAG Heuer booth.
It's the man behind everything we just saw and everything we just spoke really good about.
It's a teamwork.
So teamwork makes the dream work. This man is always pushing around the credit, but it has been a big year for TAG Heuer. Yeah. There's a lot of excitement in the booth. We've been trying to shout over everyone's excitement, and we're making our way to the bar because that's where the fun continues, right?
I think we're the most crowded booth of the whole Watches and Wonders.
I think so.
That's why we wanted to create something welcoming, open,
Yes.
where people want to come and hang out.
And your presentation was like a nightclub party, so that was also quite different.
Thanks.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, well, Kristian, should we go to the bar?
Go to the bar.
later.
Do you want a drink,
Thank you so much.
Frederick?
I have a few things to do, sorry.
Okay.
Drinks later.
Later maybe.
Thank
What are you
See
having?
later.
What's your poison?
Oh, Negroni.
Oh, really?